husband's face.
Look at the. Do you see him just shift his eyes toward her?
Yeah, he's like,
What?
he's not saying anything. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do about this situation. If that's what she wants to do, then I just suppose that's what she wants to do." You see it in his eyes.
Studies show that during peak fertility, women prefer men who are more masculine and socially dominant, traits linked to leadership and assertiveness. These men often exhibit strong jaws and narrow eyes, embodying a commanding presence. And we've brought the receipts.
That's right. We not just making this stuff up. We looked all these sources up. We know what they're talking about. Here's a lie, though. The reason why I figure that it's important to point this out is because society tells you the opposite. It tells you be weaker. I've even seen a study, and I wish I would have found this before the show. I seen a study that said men who lift weights are right-wing extremists.
What?
Yes. I seen a study that says that and that they should be stayed away from because they're dangerous. They're more toxic and abusive. Being in shape is more and that's liberals pushing this. It's a reason.
Wow.
It's a reason. And the reason is liberals want you to be weak because a weak man is easier to control. You cannot stand up and say, "You know what? You can't dance in front of my children dressed in drag at a high school or middle school or elementary school when you have a bunch of strong fathers." You don't get away with stuff like that. You don't get to dance, in a pride parade, buck naked in front of children when there's strong men around. You don't get away with that. And so you got to ask yourself, why is society pushing weak masculinity? We can go to the next one. The weak masculinity thing. Go ahead, you can read it.
So get this. A 2001 study across 26 cultures, 56 cultures, found that men consistently rated themselves as more assertive than women, and women valued this trait in partners, associating it with leadership and a strong personality.
So all this, well, my fault. Were you done, Mr.
Oh, no, I
Producer?
was just sort of comment is that like being assertive. I think that's it right there.
Yeah, because the world would have you believe that an assertive man is controlling and abusive. They tell people that all the time. I've heard that probably like 10 times this week. That, oh, he's controlling, he's abusive, he wants things the way he wants it, as if these things are bad. Women will say this and get on their little podcasts or they get on their little talk shows and they talk about how evil a controlling man is, even with like the Diddy story, how even evil and controlling Diddy was, right? But let me ask you this about the Diddy situation. Why was Cassie, after she was married to Diddy, running back to him while being married? Why? I'm not saying he was right, but I'm asking, why would she run back, cheat on her husband with somebody who's so controlling and abusive? She's a grown, strong woman, right? The reason why is because that attribute, even though in Diddy's case he was dead wrong, that attribute to women is very attractive. A man who is in control, a man who has power, a man who has status, a man who is assertive. It is very attractive to to most women. It's part of what makes us men. You know? I don't know if you wanted to go to the video or the next one, Mr. Producer, but whichever one.
I had a couple more points I wanted to go to. If we could do that.
Yeah.
Yep, about men's assertiveness correlates with mate preference.
Yes.
A 2011 meta-analysis found men score higher on assertiveness, a big 5 extroversion facet, and women's mate preferences align with this trait, valuing men who lead and exhibit confidence.
This nonsense. I remember they tried to start that little dating app, right? And the whole point of the dating app was women get to select. And I forgot what was it. I don't remember what the app was. It was some dating app. Because I'm not on. I haven't been on dating apps ever because I've been married for darn near 19 years. But it was a dating app where the whole theme of the dating app was women are the one who make the first pass. They're the one who say hi cutie and then the man responds. That dating app failed so quick.
Imagine that.
I know. Oh, who could have thought that that dating app would have failed? That dating app failed so quickly because women said, we don't want to be the ones in charge of this. We don't want to be the ones leading the conversation. We don't want to be the ones reaching out to men. We don't want to be assertive. It's not their nature. Stop asking women to be something they're not. Men have these dumb things, and I see these like these weirdo dudes will say these things all the time. I shouldn't have to pay for the first date because blah 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 blah. Okay, then don't expect respect. Don't expect it because as a man, yes, it's unfair. Life is unfair. I shouldn't have to. I've even heard a man say this. I shouldn't have to lay my life down for my wife because we're equal. He made two mistakes. One is assuming they were equal in the hierarchy. You are the leader. You have to lay your life down because it is your job to protect and provide, and that is a man's duty. Secondly, he said I shouldn't have to lay my life down, for my wife. And the thing is, yeah, you do. I don't know if I forgot my second point, but you do have to do that. To be a strong man, that's what makes you a man. You don't get to play this game of I want to be strong and direct and choose what goes on in my household, but then I also don't want any of the sacrifice that comes along with that. As a man, you must accept it. You don't get to just play this in between game. A lot of these weak men don't want they say, well, why should I be traditional when a woman is not traditional? That's actually trying to fight in the mud, in my opinion. That's both of you guys getting dirty when you need to climb out of the mud and say, I'm not going to even entertain a woman that's not traditional. I'm not even going to date or play around with a woman unless she shows me ahead of time that she is submissive, she is feminine, she is cooperative, she is kind. I'm not even going to entertain a woman if she doesn't fit that quality. And if she doesn't fit that quality, you need to leave her alone. Don't take her out on a date. Stop doing all these weirdo dates where you just find you a blue-haired liberal woman, take her out, spend your money, and then figure out you don't like her after the third date. No, you need to get these things ahead of time. You need to talk to people. Hey, you know what? I think you're cool. I think you're a cool person. What do you think about this? And if they can't give you a good answer, you shouldn't be dating. I don't know. We can go to the next point.
Okay.
Mr. Producer.
Okay. Next point. Women value ambition in
Uh-oh.
partners. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The big A, ambition. A 2018 speed dating study found women rated ambition highly in men, a trait tied to leadership and a strong personality, with 43% of participants seeking contact based on such traits.
This is absolutely true. And what a lot of men and women don't understand is ambition is connected to money, but it's not a one-to-one connection. It's not a perfect line. It doesn't go where the more ambitious you are, you're going to be rich. But because it's connected to success, because it's connected to productivity, because it's connected to power, women are attracted even if you don't have the money because they see your potential. When you are a driven young man, say you're in college, say you have a plan to start a bricklaying business. Say you have a plan to one day be a contractor. Say you have a plan to start flipping houses and get into real estate. Whatever you're ambitious about will attract a woman. She needs to see that you have a playbook, that you have a plan. If you don't have these things in place, Women will not be attracted to you. Some of the men that I mentor, one of their biggest problems is they don't have the playbook out. They're so dry, they're so boring, they don't have any charisma, they don't have any drive or ambition about anything. It's like, yeah, I plan to work at Walmart for the rest of my life. Then plan to be alone. Because you don't have, even if you work at Walmart, if you said, you know what, I plan to start this business and get it off the ground, and in the next 5 years, I want to be here, and I have these plans in place that I'm working towards every day. It's my dream. I get up in the morning, I work out, I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to be a personal trainer, start a personal training business. When women see the ambition, they will get behind it. That's part of the thing I love about most women, especially good traditional women, I should say, not modern women. My wife, when she sees me have a drive about something, she comes behind me and she encourages me and supports me because she's like, man, he believes in this so much. I believe in him. I'm behind him. And that's an encouragement to me. Most men don't really understand how important this is. This is why a woman will pass up a man who maybe might look better, but he's living in his mom's basement. You know, he live in his mom's basement and he might be in shape because he ain't got nothing to do but work out. But he ain't got no ambition and he can't provide anything for her future. Why should she select that man? We can go to the next one. I don't know if it's a video or not.
We can do a next
Yeah,
point,
we
or
can do a video.
Okay, let's go to the video.
Analyze it.
Here we go. This one ought to be good.
I can go to Target and spend $600 and then I could take it all home and
Look how
regret
happy
all of
she
it,
is.
Then return it.
but I don't.
Okay.
So then I just am negative $600 for going to Target.
And how much is this loan that you took out that
Can
he
you
doesn't
pause it
have?
on his face
6,000.
next time I get to his face.
Almost what you bring in after taxes and everything on a monthly basis. Immediately, a month has to go to that. How much was this vacation? You took out 6,000?
Look at the husband's face.
Look at the. Do you see him just shift his eyes toward her?
Yeah, he's like,
What?
he's not saying anything. And he's like, oh, I don't know what to do about this situation. If that's what she wants to do, then I just suppose that's what she wants to do. You see it in his eyes.
Totally.
You can see it that he's given up. He's already decided that she's speaking matter of factly. She's spending his money. If you watch the episode, she is spending his money and he has nothing to say. So she's sitting there and she has this pious, prideful, I don't care attitude. And he doesn't have anything to say. Matter of fact, he's looking to her like, well, what are you going to say next? That's what we'll do.
That's what I got. Just look at his face too. It's like
expression.
Yeah,
He's like, Mr. Producer is doing a face, y'all. I can't see it. Mr. Producer is mimicking this man's
if
face.
only you could see that face. It's just a well, okay.
Yeah, what would you like next, dear?
What should I get you? Anything?
Can you take my money faster? It'd be nice of you if you let me have something to eat. What type of man is that? You can see that she doesn't have any respect for him because she wouldn't be talking about like his money like that. Yeah, and then it will just be in the negative. I don't care. He has nothing to say. You can continue playing it.
You know, the vacation was $4,000.
What kind of lifestyle are you guys living?
Yeah, I'd taken my
taste on a
glasses
beer
off
budget,
too for that.
Seems like we kind of spend when we want to spend.
What
there's-
goals do we have for you guys, for the kids? Where are we trying to be?
He rolls
looking
his eyes.
5 years
He's
down the road,
frustrated.
10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. What are we trying to do? Because right now we're just living for fun in the
Yes.
moment. What are we trying to do? Do we have any combined goal?
I don't think we have a goals together. I want a house in Palm Beach
Oh,
by 40. And I
But- Are you going to be able to move?
no, I want a
no,
second home.
No, she wants a second home, which is ridiculous.
This is disgusting, man. That's the first thing he said that made sense. This is ridiculous. Why are they discussing a second home and this man ain't even. Ugh.
Hey, Jack. Michelle Kenner puts up the financial audit should never be watched for examples of masculinity.
Well, it's examples. It's a negative example. It's an example of what's happening to men right now. Because if you look at their situation, I have seen multiple people in this type of situation where the man is in the background, the woman is on the foreground. He has no ability to tell his wife no whatsoever. This is happening all over America, especially in the suburbs. Because in the black families, we ain't even got no mother and father in the house. So we talking about in the suburbs. In the suburbs, in the white communities, this is happening all over the place. I can't tell you how many friends I have that will tell you, oh yeah, my dad, he just listens to whatever my mom says for him to do. And then you talk to the man, the old ball and chain, your happy wife, happy life. If she tells me to do something, I listen to the boss. That's weakness. It's what gets you in a relationship like this. She wants a second house and can't even pay for the first one because he can't tell his wife no. He talking about what she want. I will be telling her what she ain't gonna do. I'll be like, I don't know where you getting this idea about a second house. How about this? You're going to get a job since you're using up all my money. But here's man, I don't even know how to fix some of this stuff because when it comes down to the goal of the this whole segment, masculine frame, once it's lost, it's very hard to build back because that woman knows your weaknesses now. What I mean by that is once a woman sees that you're easily controllable, that you have no spine, no backbone, you can be walked over like a rug, do you think that you're going to be able to rise up and be like, I said no, you can't do that to me? You really think she going to respect you? She know you sit at home crying because you can't pay the bills. She's seen you soft, and your soft is. She knows that you can't stand up to her. She knows all she has to do is dangle sex in front of you, and she can get whatever she wants. You cannot let your masculine frame break to this degree.